Yo, what's good everybody? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I just wanted to make this quick video on how I be doing KO Pericos in 2025 now, considering that they've always have updates and stuff like that. They always be changing little things, and every time I do this, I always get the Elite Challenge done just to get that extra 100k, because what's wrong with an extra 100k, you know what I mean? But without further ado, let's get into the video. So for the entry vehicle that you're going to use is going to be the long fin. You're going to want to use this to go to the north dock, and that way you're going to take out a couple of guards. But first, let's just get to the actual place to begin with. And do you guys always get this experience with the long fin every time we do this CAYO PERICO? Because that's just weird. So yeah, once we get to the north dock, we're just going to go ahead and get out of the long fin. We're going to go outside, and then we're going to get our gun, and we're going to get these specific guards here. We don't need to kill too many, but we're going to headshot that guy there. Then we're going to make our way to this cocaine lockup, and we're going to find this one guard that's going to be walking this way. So we're going to wait for him to get behind this little green container, and once he gets there, we're going to go ahead and just give him a nice little headshot. We go ahead and shoot that guy in the head, and we're going to make our way a little bit closer to get this guy in the tower. Yes, we can reach. We have an assault rifle. Then we're going to go ahead and make our way to the other side of this cocaine lockup, walk over to the little lever that you pull down to get to the gate. So once you go ahead and pull this down, you're going to go ahead and look around, see those two cameras. For some reason it looks like one, but there's usually two, so you're going to go ahead and pop those 2 times, make your way to the cocaine lockup. And usually it should be cocaine, but what I like to do is I just go ahead and grab anything that's on the table, whether it's cocaine, whether it's cash, weed, whatever it is. I just grab it anyways because it's a KO Perico. You're going to be able to do it in like 2 hours anyways, and I don't really think it matters too much. But in the event that yours doesn't get full loot bags like in this situation, there's also going to be another location in the north dock that you can go ahead and get some more items. So obviously we don't have full loot bags, but that's what we want to go ahead and do to get the Elite Challenge done. So we're going to go ahead and take this path by the cocaine lockup, past this little dock, by the little dinghy. We're going to go over to this beach, and you can either swim your way across, or you can go into this little canal, which I like to go through the canal because to me it makes more sense and it's a little bit easier. We're just going to go ahead and not kill this guard, we're just going to pass by, and we're going to make our way to those 2 propane tanks across the road, and we're going to go hide behind one of those containers, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So once we get to this spot, the reason why I want to hide here is because there's going to be a guard that walks back and forth inside of that warehouse, as well as a camera that looks left to right, and you want to wait for the right opportunity where you can walk behind the camera and not get seen, and you can also either shoot the guard or knock him out. And because he's going to be inside of the warehouse, there isn't going to be a car or patrol vehicle that comes by and spots him. And also inside of this warehouse, there is going to be either cocaine, weed, there's just another gate that you can use your cutting torch to get through, and that way you can get some more loot, and in this case get a full loot bag and make your way back to the boat. And as you can see, we're finally starting to move. The camera isn't looking at us, the guard's walking away, so we go behind him, knock him out, get to kill. We're going to open this gate here and see there's going to be some cocaine in there. Practically it would have been better to go to this gate first, get the cocaine, because that's going to be worth more. But it is what it is because we have tequila anyways, and we just want to get this CAYO PERICO done. So from here we have our full loot bag. We're just going to go ahead and take the same exact path all the way back to the boat. Now I do a little detour here. Instead of going back to the same long fin that I entered the island with, I'm going to go ahead and take this dinghy out, and for a second I think that I was going to get caught, but this is one of the guards that expects you to come in since you're going to be using the long fin. For some reason the game doesn't register that it's the same boat, but we're not going to complain because it's going to make our experience a lot quicker, a lot easier. But from here on out we're going to go all the way to the drainage entrance to the compound of Rubio. So we finally get to the drainage pipe, and we're just going to go take this path so we can go to the compound. This should be fairly quick, and I'm going to show you a path that you take, that way you don't get caught by any of the guards. So we're outside of the drainage pipe, and we're going to go up these stairs, we're going to take a left here, and we're going to run down this path and run all the way across this little courtyard, not making eye contact or passing through any of the cone visions from these guards. Go up this little fence, and there's going to be a guard here that waits up the stairs, but we're just going to go ahead and wait for him to move a little bit, and from there we go on and move. And notice that we haven't killed a single guard yet, so we're just going to make our way all the way to these stairs here, and this is going to be one of the few guards we kill inside of the compound. And if you're lucky like I was in the situation, if this guard has the gate keys, you don't have to go all the way back up the elevator to leave the compound. You can just go ahead through the basement. But you don't want to forget to get the safe in here, as well as get the key card from the desk, and from there on you're going to go ahead and do your hacking and make your way down to the basement. Once we get to this point of the heist, we're almost there. We're going to get this heist done very soon. We just simply need to get our primary target, get out of the compound, and leave the island. So instead of going up the elevator, since we have the key, we're going to go ahead and hack this door here, and we're going to make our way to the right. Now I made the mistake of taking a left when leaving this door, but it's going to be taking a right this way so you can get the closest exit to the gate. And as you can see, I accidentally made a left turn here, which isn't totally bad. You can still take this way. There's many ways you can make this heist done, but I should have taken the right side because this is going to land me to the courtyard, not the stairs that lead directly to the exit of the compound. And now we've made our exit from the basement through the right side of that little tunnel section. We're going to go ahead and make our way up these stairs here. We just want to be wary of the two guards that are going to be standing by the car, and the one that's going to be walking back and forth in front of the gate. So I move a little bit to get out of the guard's way so he doesn't see me. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I have a good cover section. I'm going to go ahead and peep over, pop him in the head, take the other guy out, and then I'll make our way outside of this compound. So we're out of the compound, the end is near, we're finally going to get off this island. We're going to go up this road, pop this guard, and we're going to go ahead and take the dirt bike. And we're going to make our way on the left side of this path, and we're just going to drive as fast as we possibly can. Now I go ahead and take this guard out. This is not necessary, I just did it for the shits and giggles, but we're gonna go ahead and continue our way out of this island. So we're off the island, we finished the heist, we're back in Los Santos, and we're going to be giving the tequila all the way back to Madrazo, and we're going to be getting our money, and you're going to see that we have the elite challenge done as well. Now I'm not going to fast forward through this part just so you can go ahead and take a look at everything that was done, and you can also see that the elite challenge was done. And overall, this is a pretty good heist method to get done, from the long fin to the north dock, going all the way to the compound and taking the bike to escape. I think many people do the same thing, but I wanted to just go ahead and bring in my taste. Now we got a little bit under $1 million, so we got 982,000, but with the elite challenge done, that brings it all the way to 1 million. And I'm sure if we had, higher primary targets like a ruby or the necklace, then we'd probably get like maybe 1.2 million, but this isn't bad. So without further ado, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and you guys come back and check for some new videos. Other than that, you guys have a great day.